fellow Toastmasters and our most welcome guests, and of course, Calder. I want to start by making a statement. I like to do things differently, and this is the beauty about Toastmasters. So I have 10 minutes. I'm going to run them like this, Harvey, because you are the timer. I'm going to spend 1 minute explaining what I love about Calder's speech, and then I'm going to allow you to share with us one suggestion and one thing that you liked about him, and then I would like to end with 1 minute, if it's okay. So let's start with me. This is not the first time I see Calder. And then when Calder comes here, you will see a professional speaker. You don't imagine that this speaker is doing his fourth speech. I don't imagine that. He comes here, and every speech I heard him, he has an objective. First, he shares with us a personal story, either personal or something from his imagination. I hope that it's a personal story. Stories are powerful. Stories, they bring us grounded. We connect to stories. But the second thing that I see in every speech that I hear Calder doing is the fun moments. The fun moments where we don't, out of nowhere, we start laughing. This brings us in. Another powerful theme. And you're going to say, oh, Bashar, is that enough? No, that's not enough. Every time I hear Calder, his speech has a message. And today he had a message for us. His message, don't look for the wall, look for the similarities. And just for that, I love all the time hearing Calder speeches. The three things that I want to repeat: personal stories, fun moments, and the third one, wisdom or insight. So now I'm going to ask Fred to share with us something that he liked, something for a suggestion for Calder.
Okay. I really liked your whole presentation and your mannerisms, gestures, voice, humor, pace, and even your pauses were all very effectively used. The suggestion I'd have: your phone was in your pocket and was a bit of a distraction. I thought maybe it's going to fall out or what. And that is a distraction, so watch out for that. And a little bit of extra pacing, which was unnecessary. But otherwise, outstanding speech.
Thank you, Fred. Neil?
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Calder, I loved your preparation. I love the word selection. Full marks, AA. The one suggestion or something to consider is the transition from walls to similarities. Right, during the speech you did mention, you were looking for this wall, and you kept finding similarities. But maybe somewhere in there, you could suggest, like, build us up towards the conclusion, because I felt you popped the conclusion on us, and although we saw it, it was somewhat of a surprise. But build us up maybe somewhere in there, say, point us to the fact that you're finding similarities, at least one or two instances during the speech. So when you actually conclude that don't look for walls, look for similarities, we would have seen the transition to it. Just something to consider.
Kaushal, is there anything that you want to share with your loved one?
No, I think it was a great speech. I've memorized all of his speeches, so I know his style, I know his rhythm, and very much follow his pattern. And as always, it was lovely. Luckily, no tears were shed today so far. But I do have a couple, I can't remember where they are right now, but we can talk about that. It was a lovely speech overall.
Do you want to share with us who selected the title of the speech?
Oh, yes. I liked the title of all the speeches.
Harvey?
Calder always impresses me with his vocabulary and his ability to spiel all that off without any notes. There are times, I think, as Neil alluded to, and I was talking with Calder at the break, stand there, and when you're going to make a move and look somebody in the eye and make your point. Otherwise you get wandering.
Thank you. Yeah.
I loved your descriptive language. I was in Germany in that little street looking at the Haagen-Dazs sign. So you paint a beautiful picture. Well, I love Haagen-Dazs anyway, so you had me in. but you paint a really nice picture for it that takes the person in, so you don't need to use visuals and things like that, because we're in our own heads walking down those cobblestone streets. Or I know you didn't talk about cobblestone streets, but that's what went into my head because that's my frame of reference. So you do that really, really well. My thing for you was the squeaky shoes. And so again, it sort of pointed out the pacing a bit because the shoes were reminding us. So, but lovely, perfect.
Calder and I are in the same, another club, and I've seen Calder speak a lot. And I would say that that was a monumental speech in terms of the wordsmithing that he created that picture for us as we walk down. For me, the last two paragraphs, though, could use some, whatever you want to call it, enthusiasm, some excitement, because I was excited. I was with that, and it just kind of, it slowed down rather than took me away. And the last line, I honestly felt flat, because I just come down. So just ramp it up at the end, just like you did at the beginning.
Thank you. So let me just share with you what I heard. I cheated, to be honest, because I wanted to hear from them so that I can pick for you the right terms. The objective was how to say it. Let me just share with you what did they say about you. This descriptive language. You painted a picture, which is the vivid images. Wordsmithing. But all these are testimonials that you've done a great job here. Every time you come here, every time Calder comes here, you can see he owns the whole space. His body, everything in his body, his hands, his face, his everything, they move and they are very expressive. And it's not only that, they are going in a very smooth. With that, also his voice goes up and down, and you saw him going up and down. Everything is very animated, which are speeches down the road, not now. So this is why I say you are a professional speaker. Now, if I want to add one suggestion for you, I feel all your speeches are fast-paced, which is great because you are creating a story, but maybe consider, maybe in 2-3 times, just settle down and just look at people, especially when you are giving them that wisdom. No wall. Look for the similarities and look in the eyes. I saw you look in the eyes, but I did not see slowing the pace. I saw continuous rhythm. Just look at this. In general, I felt inspired with this speech. This speech is like speech number 10, which is inspiring your audience. You did a great job with your speech in terms of preparation, in terms of body language, in terms of content. Just pay attention for the slow pace, and I look forward for your next speech. Thank you.
And next we'll welcome our table topics evaluator, and that'll be Fred.